Aquarius, hello, welcome to the Creative Witch channel. This is going to be a general message for Aquarius. If you'd like a personal reading, that information's in the description box below. Otherwise, here we go. All right, so this is my favorite card. This is See the Light, Be the Light. That's your overall energy for right now, Aquarius. This is telling you to recognize the light in others and recognize the light within yourself. Shine by sharing and expressing your gifts, your wisdom, your kindness, your compassion, your love, your experience, okay? What part of you can you share with others and express with others in order for them to relate and or be inspired by you? You serve humanity by emanating your radiance here, okay? So it's a time where you can really uplift others with the positive aspects of yourself and even the darker aspects of yourself. Anything that has helped you learn and obtain wisdom, you can inspire others to get through their situations that they're currently in right now as well. Okay, so for your past influence, there could have been some greed. You got the greed card, money, business, career, desire for something, some sort of greediness going on. Maybe that's just been kind of how you've been acting lately, a little bit greedy with something, or, you know, just take whatever resonates here, but seems like something was going on causing you to be a bit greedy with something, or someone may have been being greedy towards you. Now, that was the past influence. Your present influence, though, is a completely different message. This is a message of only having and using what you need and not anything more. You know, it's not someone who has an excess of things. Maybe you once had excess of things. Maybe you bought things constantly or whatever it is, but now you're realizing that, like, you don't need all this stuff. You don't need all that baggage. You don't need all those material things. And so it's causing you to be a bit more generous, maybe donating to a church or Goodwill or whatever it is, you know, giving stuff away and only keeping what you need. Now, I am seeing that there's going to be some sort of like new beginning coming in because of this charity or kindness that's taking place. Let's see what else we have here. It looks like you're like in the midst of learning something new, or some new beginning is coming in for you once you can get rid of the excess baggage from before. Okay, this is interesting. So you may have been taking a traditional route in your money and career, you know, living by that mindset that the harder you work, the more satisfaction you can get, the more money you can get, the more, you know, whatever you can get. But sometimes it's not like that, you know, like sometimes all it takes is some slowing down, some going with the flow, some going within, and really just following your passions to sustain yourself financially and such. So you may have been taking like a more traditional route, or you could have just been under a different belief system than you are now. Now you're kind of getting out of this mindset of work hard in order to, you know, be successful. I'm not saying don't work hard, but I'm saying like some people will just work, no time for rest, no time for anything, like just all about the money. And that's going to cause a great deal of unhappiness for you. So right now, this is kind of telling me that you need to get more in touch with your inner self, with your spiritual guides, with your inner being, and escape the ties that you've been stuck in with a certain job or career financial aspect. You need to escape from that hold that it has on you and really release that control that it has over you and find solutions, seek other options. take control of your life and your happiness and allow this new beginning to come in for you. Because this is telling me too, that you might need to be, in order for this new beginning to take place, it might require you to be a little bit selfish, but in the positive way, putting yourself, your self-care, your mental health, your emotional health, your physical health, putting those things first. And that's going to help you initiate this new beginning, this new cycle or new situation for you to be in here. Let's see what else. Yeah, so your work situation, the way it was, that traditional route, or perhaps like a relationship, a job or a relationship, something like that, one of those two things. You were taking like a traditional route towards it. You were kind of doing things by the book, how it's supposed to be, and being just all about the money or all about the desire. And while that did work for you for a while, now you're in a place where you are, okay, now you're in a place where you are needing to get rid of that old way of thinking and being and doing things, that old way of being in that relationship, that old way of working the 9 to 5, even if you're miserable doing it, whatever it is, whatever you think of when I say these things, right now is a time where you're going to be like shifting your focus into something different. It's going to cause you to be more generous, more kind, more giving of the things that you have. And you're going to be able to escape from that situation that you were holding yourself back in, whatever was keeping you stuck, paralyzed in a way, like anxiety or dedicating your life and your time to a relationship or a job or both, and missing out on things about yourself that you desire for your life. It seems like right now you're in a very like unhappy place where you know that there's an ending that needs to come in. Something needs to come to an end now. And you know this, and you know that it's going to require you to be a bit selfish to initiate this new beginning. But you know that even though it is painful, that something needs to come to a close now so that this new beginning can come, and you're going to move on happily from this, okay? This is in no way telling you to be mean about what you do, but it's telling you to be selfish in a good way, okay? Learn to love yourself again. Learn to do things that bring you joy. Learn to love your life again. And you got the 5 of Cups in the positive position. So this is that card in the tarot that's usually the person like walking away from the cups and looks really sad. Kind of like how the negative side of this card looks, like the cups are falling over, she looks upset. But you got it on the positive side. So this is telling you that like once you can close out this situation, this relationship or this job or whatever it is, maybe even just close out the self-imposed prison you've been stuck in, and replacing some of the anxious and negative thoughts with more of spiritual and clarity and inspiration and wisdom type mindset. Then you can move forward into this new beginning, and you kind of have to relearn how to live your life. You have to unlearn what was working for you before and relearn a new way of bringing yourself some peace. Okay? That's what I'm getting here is like in the past, between like work and things of that sort, the work and the traditional way of doing things and kind of feeling stuck, you didn't feel at peace or safe in that space, okay? It may have worked for you at the time, but you never really truly felt safe, or you haven't felt safe in a long time. And I don't mean like safe in the immediate way we think of safe. I just mean safe to be yourself, safe to live your life, safe to make decisions that you want to do with your, just you weren't feeling safe where you were. You weren't feeling at peace. You weren't feeling like there was any harmony. You weren't feeling loved and appreciated in the way that you needed to be. So now that you're initiating this ending and kind of changing your mindset with things, you're approaching life with a little more kindness and compassion towards yourself and others. You're releasing the anger. You're going to start following your fun. You're going to start following your passions and having fun again. You're going to be the light. You're going to be the person that maybe you needed all along. Okay. That's coming. It's going to require a little bit of selfishness. You got 2 5s here as well. You know, 5 and 5 adds up to 10, and a 10 is all about ending. So you need to just lift your head up here. See that key? There's a key right next to you, and it's going to help you unlock your vault to happiness and joy and a new beginning. Right now, you might feel like drained and depleted and, a little bit unsure of which way to go, but as long as you just move forward, regardless, into this new beginning, you're going to be fine. But it's just going to take you moving, taking that step forward and being at peace with where you've been, what you've done, where you're going, and where you're at right now. Once you can generally just feel good about everything and come from a place of appreciation, that vault door will open for you and you'll be living a very passionate, fun existence that's more suited to you and your needs now than maybe they were before. Or maybe you were, before you just weren't ready to acknowledge that. What do we have for Aquarius? All right, you got the raccoon and the sycamore, curiosity. And you got the porcupine and the anemone for boundaries. So let's see what we have. The raccoon and the porcupine. So the porcupine boundaries that you got here, that's telling you that, you can't help others unless you first help yourself. And there's been so many readings for you, Aquarius, on my channel in regards to you can't pour from an empty cup. So that's always something coming up in your readings here. And, that's just something, it's okay to want to help and be generous and kind. That's what this reading is telling you to do more of. But make sure you're not pouring from an empty cup. Maintain healthy boundaries around yourself and around your time, your energy, and your desires and your fun, okay? Giving generously only once you are sufficiently fed, okay? Once you feel sufficient, then that's when you can start giving to others. But don't try to force things if you're drained and depleted. Now you also got curiosity, so this is telling you that you are well equipped to explore uncharted territories, okay? Remember this new beginning that I brought up. There's an ending and a new beginning indicated in this reading. So climb high into the tree of your interests here like a raccoon would, bonding from branch to branch. Now is an auspicious time to discover new truths about yourself and your abilities. That's what I was saying here. Like, be a little bit selfish right now. Come to peace with yourself, with your past, with your present, and where you would like your future to go. And then just, go with the flow and ease into that with peace and joy and happiness. And don't allow yourself to get in any sort of regretful, stuck, stagnant energy. You want to escape from that. You want to release from that. Okay. Let's see what Law of Positivism card comes out for you. All right, you got I am the master of my mind. So that's kind of telling you here, okay, and you got my thoughts are empowering and loving. Okay, this is all about your mindset, okay? You need to make sure that you are in a place of optimism, in a place of shedding and letting go of the old and really stepping into the light, stepping into the fun, the passion, the joy. Focusing on yourself right now and doing what you enjoy, filling your cup back up, setting those necessary boundaries, and put yourself in a place of just absorbing, empowering, and loving thoughts and feelings. And anything that is less than that is what you need to avoid and no longer, put time and energy and anything into. If throughout this reading all you were thinking about was a job, then it's time to leave that job. And it may be scary. You may have no idea what you're going to do next, but it's time to move on from that job. You could have been thinking about a relationship, a marriage, something like that. Maybe a church. Maybe you haven't been feeling yourself in a church or spiritual group that you've been attending, maybe feeling that there's a bit of greed involved and you're wanting to move out of that into something else. Work, love, spiritual, whatever resonates with you here. This is telling you to make the necessary change that you need. Be the light, see the light, okay? See the light, find your passion, find your fun again, inspire others, practice gratitude and appreciation. That's what I was saying earlier in the reading too, is, be grateful for what you have. Be appreciative of what you have, where you've been, what you've done, what you've been through. Take the lessons, know when to recognize the blessings, take the lessons, and just move forward into something better and happier for yourself. Show gratitude for everything that you have, that you've been through, that you want, that you desire. However you see your life coming out and, when you're coming out of this situation, be grateful for that in advance. Okay, because that's going to help with, as far as like the law of attraction goes, that's going to attract it to you faster if you can feel the feelings of how it would feel to live a more passionate, joyful, fun, exciting life. Okay, that's what I have for you this week, Aquarius. I hope there was a message in here for you. If there was, like, comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Otherwise, I will see you next week. Bye.